Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF, bringing you episode 19. We're almost at the 20s of Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. BG3. Hope you guys are doing well and ready to check out some more Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, what can I say about it? Fantastic game thus far. Last episode, we explored some of the druid part of the grove, but there's a lot more peeps to talk to. And today we're going to get through some of that and see what we can gather here. Probably going to have to rescue Halsin from the goblin camp. Apparently, the goblins captured him. So we'll see what happens there. But a lot of people to talk to today, so we will get it on. And I want to make a change and head back to the camp and hire Wyll, not hire, but put Wyll in the party for Gale. Excuse me.
Stay close.
I wonder if I can go to camp right now and come right back. How many supplies do we have? 345. I don't want to waste long rests. Let's just head to camp, right? Or
I don't want blood on my hands.
We have the right to defend our home.
So that's what you want? To kill a bunch of innocents?
I don't want to kill anyone, but I won't let this grove be harmed. Not again.
let's head back to camp. Go to camp. Okay, cool. Let's see what Gale has and possibly take off of him what he has. Scroll of Burning Hands. I'll take that. I'll take Scroll of Mage Armor. Scroll of Dark Vision. Scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement. Scroll of Web. 13 gold. He can keep his Scroll of Revivify. We'll take the 2 potions. And we will wish Gale, who is a cool party member. They're all cool party members. Oh, I don't want to be Gale.
Let's get going.
But
Best be on my way.
I can only take so many peeps, so here's Wyll. What camp is this? Where the heck are we? There's Withers. What is Withers doing here? Where are we? Withers is here. What in the world? Asterion. I didn't expect to camp like this. I didn't expect to be here. Let's go talk to Wyll.
What's up for discussion?
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
I like Wyll. Okay. How does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing a devil in the hells?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevil Zariel's own, Chaos Incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Who is this source of yours?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Okay. Let's move on to other matters.
All right. What else is on your mind?
Tell me, Will, how did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, "One does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call." So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
Well, that could be finer than saving a life. You must have, whatever became of the boy, I wonder.
I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky. I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
Is that how you lost your eye in the goblin battle?
It was an even bloodier day, and a stronger foe. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days. By all means. What else is on your mind?
I don't suppose you come across an expert healer in your travels.
I've come to know a fair few village clerics, but none with the skill to pull these worms from our heads. From what I understand, there's a healer called Nettie in the Grove. Perhaps she's got the talent. Otherwise, I'd bet my last coin that the Open Hand Temple in Baldur's Gate could help. Though a fat lot of good that does to us now.
Huh. I'd like you to join me.
Make some room, and I'm all yours.
How do I make room? Oh, I have to tell Gale that he's out. Sorry, Gale.
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately.
I was wondering, that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Huh. Need you to remain in the camp for a while rather than on the road with me.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
Perhaps we'll travel together again later.
I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Well met.
Like you to join me.
That's the spirit.
Alrighty, Will leveled up. He is he's a warlock. Oh, interesting.
All's well that ends.
So he is
Not as bad as it could have.
primarily a magical user. What the heck is Withers doing here? First, I want to talk to Shadowheart, wherever she is. There she is.
These boots have seen everything.
She doesn't have the exclamation over her head anymore.
I suppose you've noticed I'm not terribly fond of wolves. They're ravenous predators with fangs like daggers. It's hardly an irrational fear to harbor. You've been decent to me so far. Maybe if you can, don't make me face any more of them. At least, not alone.
I'll try to avoid wolves in future where possible.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
Oh, she smiled. I want to talk about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason for us to not stay together if we get on well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach.
Oh.
As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
How am I holding up in your estimations?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
Turn to other matters. Alrighty. Let's talk to Wither. Well, let's level up Wyll first. Warlock. That's interesting. Warlock level 2, 7 hit points. Class feature of Warlock spell slot gained. Replace spell. Okay. Oh, 2 Eldritch Invocations. Cool. I'm glad they're in the game. Let's look at those first. Okay. In your study of occult lore, you've unearthed Eldritch Invocations, fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue you with an abiding magical prowess. Agonizing Blast. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your charisma modifier to the damage it deals, unless it is negative. Armor of Shadows. You can cast Mage Armor on yourself at will without expending a spell slot. Mage Armor increases your armor class when you aren't wearing armor. Beast Speech. You can cast Speak with animals at will without expending a spell slot. Beguiling Influence. You invoke your patron's bewitching charm. You gain proficiency in deception and persuasion. Devil's Sight. You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 80 feet. Warlock is bound by a pact to an all-powerful patron. Warlocks trade their loyalty for supernatural abilities and unique magic. And he's a human. He's got Opportunity Attack, Dark One's Blessing. When you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, the gift from your patron grants you Charisma modifier plus class level Warlock temporary hit points. You can only have temp hit points from one source, Civil Militia, and Human Versatility. Select an additional skill to be proficient in. Your carrying capacity is increased by 1/4. Fiendish Vigor. You can cast False Life on yourself as a level 1 spell without expending a spell slot. Grants you 7 temporary hit points. Mask of Many Faces. You can disguise yourself at will without expending a spell slot. One with Shadows. You learn to cast One with Shadows. Vanish into the darkness and become invisible as long as you stand still. Huh. That could definitely be useful. Repelling Blast. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 15 feet away from you. Thief of 5 Fates. Once per long rest, you can cast Bane using a Warlock spell slot. Bane targets up to 3 creatures. They receive a 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. Let's see. He can learn Burning Hands, Charm Person, Command, Expeditious Retreat, Hellish Rebuke. React to your next attacker with flames that deal 2 to 20 fire damage. Target takes half damage on save. 2d10 fire delayed. Hex. 1d6 necrotic. Make your attacks deal an additional 1 to 6 necrotic damage to the target and give it disadvantage on an ability of your choosing. If the target dies before the spell ends, you can hex a new creature without expending a spell slot. Protection from evil and good, and Witch Bolt. What spells does he have already? That might be good to ask, so let's cancel. Let's look at his character sheet.
Draw any attention.
Oops.
Sharp as ever.
He's got Arcana, Animal Handling, Survival, Intimidation, and Persuasion. He's definitely the charisma guy. We'll let him lead the party. The Fiend. He's has a pact with the Fiend. He's a folk hero. You're a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. He's Baldurian. One-eyed Warlock the Fiend. Spellbook. He's got Eldritch Blast as a cantrip, 1d10 force. Conjure 1 beam of crackling energy. Blade Ward. Take only half damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing for 2 turns. Arms of Hadar. 2d6 necrotic. On save, targets still take half damage but are able to use reactions. This does prevent targets from using reactions. And Armor of Agathis. Gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. Okay. So let's go ahead and level up then. So he's got Eldritch Blast, which will go up in level as he levels up. Which is a cantrip, so he can use that. Armor of Agathis instead of Hellish Rebuke. Disadvantage of the ability of your choosing. I think Hex is pretty good. It's enchantment. And then for Eldritch Invocations, Agonizing Blast, Armor of Shadows. You gain proficiency in Deception and Persuasion. He already has that, though. Would this give him Expert in those proficiencies? Let's cancel again. Let's quick save first. Then level up in case I make any mistakes. I think we're still going to take Hex. Sounds pretty good. And for the invocations, we'll give him Devil's Sight, I think. Both magical and non-magical darkness to a distance of 80 feet. You can cast False Life on yourself at will for 7 temporary hit points. Disguise Self. One with shadows can disappear. Cast Bane. His charisma modifier is +3. This would add 3 damage to his Eldritch Blast. We'll probably take that. Although Fiendish Vigor, I would think Beast Speech would be good if I'm going to have him lead the party. He can speak to animals, but we can always have my character speak to animals. Yeah, this is what we'll go with, I think. Fiendish Vigor is good. Okay. Well, and replace a spell. Out, we could have Armor of Agathis or Arms of Hadar. No, that's fine. Alright, let's accept. Level up, level 3. 7 more hit points. Improved Warlock spells. Most of your Warlock spells have become stronger. We get a pact boon. Your patron bestows a gift upon you for your loyal service. Choose one of the following: Pact of the Chain. In the service of a familiar, a fae spirit that takes the form of your choosing. This can be an animal, imp, or quasit. Pact of the Blade. You can summon a pact weapon or bind the one you are wielding, making it magical. Pact weapons use the wielder's spellcasting ability modifier instead of strength or dexterity. Ooh. I like that. Pact of the Tome. Your patron grants you a grimoire called the Book of Shadows, which allows you to cast Guidance, Vicious Mockery, and Thorn Whip. We know Guidance is pretty cool, but Shadowheart can do that. Vicious Mockery, 1d4 Psychic. Insult a creature. It has disadvantage on its next attack roll. That's cool. Thorn Whip, 1d6 Piercing, and pulls the creature 10 feet closer to you, but it can't be pulled if it's huge in size. I think I'm going to go with Pact of the Blade. As cool as it would be to get a familiar. Oh, man. Lots of replayability, so we could always replay the game some other time with different choices. I'm going to go ahead and summon a pact weapon or bind the one you're wielding to make it magical and use Charisma instead of Dex, which would be a +3 instead of a +1, or a -1, really, for attacking with, because he does have a sword. Probably go Pact of the Blade. And spells, he's got a lot we could choose from: Blindness, Cloud of Daggers, Crown of Madness, Darkness, Enthrall. Reduce a creature's peripheral vision to make it look at you. Huh, that's different. Hold Person, Invisibility, Mirror Image, Expeditious Retreat, Command, Charm Person, Burning Hands, Shatter. Damages all nearby creatures and objects. Scorching Ray, Ray of Enfeeblement, Misty Step, Hellish Rebuke, Protection from Evil and Good, and Witch Bolt. I think we gave Cloud of Daggers to Gale. The creature would be easier to hit and will miss more often. Limit a foe's sight range. He can warlocks learn spells from scrolls? They deal half damage with weapon attacks using strength. Reduce a creature's peripheral vision and make it look at you. Hold Person, Invisibility. Shatter, Scorching Ray, 66 Fire. Ray of Enfeeblement. I don't think warlocks learn spells that way. Misty Step, you can teleport. I'd probably go Ray of Enfeeblement. Weaken a foe, they deal half damage with weapon attacks using strength. And we'll accept our pact boon. Yep. Then we'll give this a look before we save. Let's see. First of all, let's give him a scroll that I happen to have. Where'd they go? Down here. Let's say like Scroll of Web. Can he? No, he can't do anything with it. He could cast it. Wait. Can he cast it? Yeah. Bind pack weapon. Bind to your main hand weapon. Its damage becomes magical. You cannot drop or throw it, and you become proficient with it. If you weren't already, you can only have one packed weapon at any time. The weapon returns to its previous state if you're more than 5 feet away from it for more than 10 rounds. But that's long rest. Eldritch Blast, Armor of Agathis. Oh, the spells got stronger. Pact of the Blade. We can do this per battle. Summon a weapon to your hand. You're proficient with the weapon. Casting the spell at a higher level doesn't grant any additional benefits. This deals an additional 1d6 necrotic damage per level if we upcast it, which is cool. We can cast it as a level 2 spell. We can cast this, gain an additional 5 hit points, additional 5 cold damage per level. Nice. Cool. Alright, so let's give him some scrolls that...
Blood. No, never mind.
I'm going to use Ray of Enfeeblement. We could use that. Oh, we'll put it down here. Let's get rid of this stuff. Perfumed letter. These tools. Water. Chapel records. Ray of Enfeeblement. Soul coins. Wow, there's more. Potion of Invisibility. Arrow of Ilmater. Take the shovel away. Scrolls of Sleep. Burlap sack away. Talents take away. Here's a scroll of Dark Vision. Grant a creature the ability to see in the dark out to a range of 40 feet. Let's give that to her. Can she? Let me see if she can cast it. Scroll of Mage Armor. Put that down there. Can we? Oh, is it already there? I don't get it. Why can't we put that scroll down there? Can you not cast that? No, he can cast it. Huh. That's odd. Alright, let's give that to somebody then. Scroll of Mage Armor. He also has Scrolls of Protection of Good and Evil. Scrolls of Burning Hands. You can't put them down there either. Maybe he just can't use them. Shadowheart can't use them. I know you can use them, Wyll. And Scrolls of Protection from Good and Evil he can use. He can use the Scrolls of Sleep. I guess the scrolls he can't use just aren't able to go down there. So Mage Armor goes to you. You have a Scroll of Protection of Good and Evil. She might be able to use that. Alright, let's check out your bar.
Time to waste.
Scroll of Protection of Good or Evil. Scroll of Dark Vision. Scroll of Detect Thoughts. Potion of Animal Speaking. Okay, you're good to go. Let's go ahead and sort your inventory by type. 176 gold, I'll carry that. Now let's see, Lae'zel.
Battle.
She can cast that. Okay, good. We'll take the gold. Ringmail. Void bulb she can use. I'll take the bottle. Javelins and stuff, okay. And Wyll
The gate.
added all that stuff already. Okay.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Let me sort by type. I've got all this stuff. Look at this. I like that gold's pretty hard to come by thus far. And small amounts equal up to big to big importance, basically. Okay. Alright, so everybody's bar is cool. Now what did I want to do? I'll take a look at Wyll. What is this and why isn't it down there? Simple toxin. Huh. Coach your active weapon. I guess it's a bonus action? Yeah, okay, I see. How do I go back to all? 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. We're 31 minutes in. So let me see here.
My faith will guide me.
Why can't she cast this? Oh, she doesn't have level 2 spell slots right now or a channel divinity. Let's see. So Will's good to go. Wyll can take his rapier and bind with that per long rest. Yeah, so he's Gucci. He needs some armor, though. He has padded armor. And leather boots. Will's earthly garb. In its good-humored performativity, Wyll could not resist a puff of perfume on these clothes, perhaps ode to frontiers. Alright, now before the end of this episode, I think we're going to see what Withers is up to. Let's go talk to Lae'zel first. Maybe next episode we'll talk to
The
Withers.
Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Are you sure a creche is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding. That kind of wisdom is... books are fallible, as are those who write them. It's very valuable. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
Wow. Alright, so next time, well, let's go talk to Asterion. I definitely want to talk to Withers before we leave. Do I do a long rest? Maybe. Empty blood bank jar. Huh. Elegant stool, glass chalice. Hello.
So, We're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
Okay. Let's see. Gale would make more sense than Lae'zel. Lae'zel's a bit of... I don't know. I like Lae'zel, but she's pretty tough and ornery. But I'm going to save here and do some stuff in real life that I have to do. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next time, we're going to start right away by talking to Withers. That is going to be super fascinating. I can't believe he's here. We'll see what that's all about, and then we'll head back and start talking to the peeps in the Druid Grove, and eventually get closer to heading out for adventure and doing what we can do. It'll be very fun, so I hope you'll join me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying the LP if you've been watching it. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and yeah, much love, peace, and joy, guys. Stay tuned, much more to come. So don't miss it. Come on back and have some more fun with us. And see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.